Hey guys, what's going on? Pride of London here. You guys know what to do. As always, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Today we're going over a few different topics, a few big, stories in here. So make sure you stick around, watch till the end of the video. You'll enjoy. So pretty much all the stories today are from this one article in the Express where they're just listing off a bunch of Chelsea stories. But the main headline is Marina Granovskaia makes move to complete striker transfer, and that's for £26 million. So let's just go through this article. Of course, you got Victor Moses at the top. Apparently, Inter Milan will not pay the full asking price for Victor Moses. Antonio Conte's side on a 6-month loan he was there for. It includes an option to buy for 13 million, and they're not up for paying it. Apparently they want a discount, and we're not sure whether we're up for that, because it's like, well, 13 million isn't a lot if you want the guy, pay up. But apparently they're just not up for 13 million. They want, I think, less than 10 million is what I've seen reported elsewhere. So it's just like, well, if you're not willing to pay 13 million for a guy like Victor Moses who's turning 29 now, like, I don't know, it seems an odd one. I think we should let him go at some point, because I don't think we're ever going to really use him. So it makes sense to just let Victor Moses go, but if they're going to lowball us massively, then let's let him go elsewhere. And then this story is a little bit of a big one. So Liverpool could beat Manchester United to Borussia Dortmund star Jadon Sancho this summer, which could see Jurgen Klopp sell Mohamed Salah or Sadio Mane. Ex-Premier League ace Danny Mills claims Manchester United are desperate to sign the England international, with Ed Woodward willing to pay the record fee to land the winger. Both Liverpool and Chelsea have also been credited with interest in Sancho ahead of the summer transfer window. And there's a bunch of quotes here, but basically Klopp would have to sell obviously one of Mane or Salah so that Sancho could be a first-team player. And that's just insane. I can't believe Liverpool are now in for this guy. Like, it's going to make it so difficult for us to sign him if there's just the Premier League clubs, Man United, Liverpool, Chelsea in for him. That's disregarding all the other clubs in like the top European leagues that are going to be after this guy. Like, what if a Real Madrid or Barcelona are in for him as well? Like, this is going to get even more difficult to sign Jadon Sancho. Of course, we've got the links because he's mates with a lot of our squad members. He's a Chelsea fan, so there is some good solid links that are pulling us towards him. We've also got a good manager that I think he respects, and we're heading in a good direction, whereas there's other clubs at the moment, Man United, that seem to be just falling year from year. So I think we're in a good position still, but I mean, if Liverpool come calling, then it's going to be hard to argue him away from them to come to us. So it's going to be difficult to get Jadon Sancho. I mean, there's still always hope. Remember that, guys. But if this is true and they're willing to sell Mane or Salah, that is a big pull for him to go to Liverpool. And then the next story is that Chelsea are targeting a move for the Atalanta defender Robin Gosens. So we talked about him previously on, I think it was maybe just one video, but we've been linked with the Leicester star Ben Chilwell, who I think might be on #1 target at the moment, and Porto left back Alex Telles, but he might be going to PSG, so that could be a problem. But we're also interested in Gosens, who has scored 8 goals and provided 5 assists in 30 appearances and is valued at 26 million. So he's not a bad like acquisition if we do get him. But I definitely think Alex Telles is my #1. Then maybe Tagliafico, then Ben Chilwell, then Robin Gosens maybe. I'm not too sure. The order can get a bit muddy, because at times I'm thinking, yes, Alex Telles, I want him, but then I'm thinking, but defensively he's not so great. Is he just going to be another Alonso for us? But he is better than Alonso at defending. And then I start thinking about, okay, Tagliafico is a really good defensive fullback. Do we just go with that, and it's a lot more of a safer option? But then does that kill us in attack and mean that we struggle to score goals again? Like, it's difficult to deal with. But Robin Gosens we are targeting and potentially going to be making a move for him. So we're just considering it at the moment, sort of seeing what we think of him. I'm intrigued to see what happens here, because at some point we're going to have to sign a left back and not just be thinking, maybe Alex Telles, maybe Tagliafico, Alexandro, Robin Gosens. Like, at some point a move is going to have to happen, and I'm intrigued to see with what player, because I want Alex Telles, but PSG might be the ones that get him. Maybe Tagliafico is my next best, so maybe that's the one I hope for. And then this moves on into the Timo Werner talks, and this goes on to say that United are now after him, Chelsea are after him, Liverpool are after him. Reports were that he wanted to go to Liverpool, but now they're pulling out. He's got a £52 million release clause. I'm sure you all know that bit, but Football.London claim Chelsea transfer chief Marina Granovskaia is the driving force behind the Blues' interest, and if you know about Marina, when she wants a player and thinks it's a good business, acquisition, she tends to go real hard and go and get them. So I'm excited for this, because if Marina's going for it, I might just call it Maria. If Marina's going for it, then I'm pretty confident that we'll at least make a really good effort at getting him. Like, we're going to obviously meet the release clause, I'd assume. We'll offer him a good deal, and they might be seeing him as someone that they can sell in a few years' time. 52 million now, maybe he's worth 80 million in the future. If he starts banging in goals in the Premier League, then, Real Madrid or Barcelona or someone like that comes calling. Like, he could be a really good business investment, as well as someone that helps us win, games and titles and cups and all that sort of stuff. So I'm very, very happy that Marina is behind this, and she's thinking, you know what, I'm not too fussed on whether Frank is he's top of Frank's list. I think he's a good business investment. We're going to go for him. I hope Frank, does want him and sees that Timo Werner is a great player, and I think could do really well for us. I'm hoping he sees that, and because if he doesn't, it can cause an issue again where Chelsea buy players, but it's not a player that the manager realistically wants, and it causes problems because they don't really want to play them. But Frank's a smart man. I'm sure he knows that Timo Werner is a great striker in general, can play on the left even. So if we end up getting Dries Mertens or someone like Frank really, really seems to want, then Timo Werner on the left, Dries Mertens up front, Callum or Pulisic on the right with Hakim Ziyech in the middle on a cam roll. Good God, that is an insane attacking force and would be absolutely lethal. And then the last story for today is Chelsea winger Willian on his way to Tottenham as Arsenal miss out on free transfer target. And this is being reported by The Standard. Let's just go through it. Brazilian is out of contract at the end of the season, being heavily linked with the move to North London, with both Spurs and Arsenal reportedly interested. It now appears Spurs have won the race, following talks between Willian and, of course, Mourinho. He's another one that has already spoken to Mourinho. He's on his way to Tottenham, he said on beIN Sports. So, nothing is, let's just finish this quote. Nothing arrived from Mourinho, but we do have a good relationship. He's a big friend of mine. Willian currently told Bolivia Talk Show, we speak to each other sometimes, but when it comes to that, transfers, he respects me a lot. So, there it is. The two long-lost lovers that are Willian and Mourinho will be reunited again at a rival club of Spurs. Imagine if years ago, when Mourinho and Willian were not playing together, Willian was playing under Mourinho. Of course, we knew that they had a good relationship then, but we didn't know that they had a bloody Romeo and Juliet love story. That now Mourinho has abandoned his Chelsea sort of heritage and has gone off to Spurs and just screw the respect that we thought we might be able to have for him after moving to United. That's gone. And now Willian is following suit and moving along to Tottenham after all the goals he scored against them, all the celebrations against Tottenham. Of course that comes with the game, you're going to celebrate against every team, but the fact that he's moving to Tottenham it doesn't sit well with me. And I know, I completely understand when people say it's his job. What do you want him to say? No, I'm not going to work for the next few years because I have respect for my previous employer. Sure, that's not really how it works, although you do have to consider that I think football is a little bit different in that regard. In the normal business world, there isn't so much of a, sure, companies probably don't like it when you go to a competitor, but with this, there's a status that comes along with being, a respectful player. And Willian is just sort of losing that if he goes to Tottenham. And of course, the he hates Tottenham chants, clearly he doesn't. Apparently he's alright with moving there. And I find it a bit weird because, someone commented on a video of mine previously saying, if he goes to Tottenham and they offer him, let's say, a 2-year contract and he accepts that, why wouldn't he just accept 2 with us? Surely they have to be offering him 3 or more years for him to think, you know what, it's worth me going there, because we offered him 2 with a possible extension for 3 if he hit certain targets, and he wasn't willing to take on that challenge. So if they've got to be offering a base of 3, surely with maybe an option to go for a 4th year, I don't know, but It's weird. I find the entire situation just disrespectful. I'm not bothered because I don't think Willian is going to, you know, level up Spurs and take them to like a title win challenging team. Like, no, that's not the kind of player Willian is. He's a good player, don't get me wrong. He's been a good servant for us, but he's not that, you know, end product goals, assists that like gets you, you know, up in the table more. Like, it's not what he is. And I think Spurs already have good players in that position. Like, they've got Lucas Moura, they've got Son that can play there, Bergwijn at the moment. Like, they've got some good players that can play out on the wing, and they're going for Willian. Like, I don't know. It's a weird move. All in all, I'm not worried about it. I'm not like, oh no, he's going to Tottenham and he's going to level them up. I was a little bit like that with Mourinho, but there was a part of me that thought, he's past it. You know, I'm not too worried. But Willian going there, not too worried at all. It'll be funny if we do see him rack up like 10 to 15 goals or something like that in the next couple of seasons, and maybe we were holding him back the whole time, but I think that's unlikely. I think he's going to go there, be the same old Willian. Hopefully it's another Agent Luis thing where he goes to Arsenal and performs awfully, and you know, they're just our retirement homes now. We take on players from them, go and win trophies with them, give them a great ending to their career, and you know, supply them with trophies and medals and all that sort of stuff. Whereas when we sell to them, it's our old like unwanted guys. That's sort of how it is with us and Tottenham and Arsenal at the moment. But yeah, not the greatest note to end the video on, but let me know what you guys think of this one specifically in the comments down below, because I know a lot of people are just like, it's his job, I don't care. But then I think it's a lot more people, I don't know, people like care more about like the old age of how football used to be, you know, the rivalries and stuff like that. I think it's those kind of people that are more on my side that care a little more about like, don't go to Tottenham, like you're gonna ruin your legacy. Like, if Hazard had gone to Tottenham, I feel like people would be a lot more outraged, but because it's Willian, no one really cares all that much. But anyway, at the end of the video, don't forget to like, subscribe, all that good stuff. I'll catch you in the next one. Goodbye.